Hello everybody and welcome back to Bug Parador, where we are currently still wrestling with this bug. Do we have any integrated right now? The answer is we do not. Okay, that is good. So these guys are in retreat, that's fine. We're sieging out over this direction, and these guys are heading up here. These guys sieging here, that looks okay. We see this force down over here. Where are they going? They are headed up to deal with Omana. Okay, that seems fine for right now. We're making our way slowly through Hebrew Dur, so that looks good. And we still have a lot of these that are rebelling, right? So Sid is not... Actually, we might be able to piece out Sid. Specifically, the way that we would do this is we would come here. We'd take Hadramut Orientalis. These are not currently occupied, but we'd just make them be our subject. They have 10 reasons to not accept that. Okay, so let's just allow this to finish. That'll auto-cap all of that, and now they might be willing to do it. So that would be something like this. Yes, they're now willing to do that. Okay, so we'll do that. That seems fine. They're now our client state. Is call? Yes. Okay, so who all are we at war with over here? Hebrew Dur, and that's pretty much it over on this side. Okay, I feel like we have enough troops in Hebrew Dur at this moment, so I want to take the levy here down this direction to attack Zood down here. Now, Axum is independent. We were forced to grant them independence because they were too big, so that is understood. Okay, so these guys are heading up to defend this area. That is going to end up being necessary. So up that way we go. We won the Siege of Largus, which is this right here. That's perfect. Let's go start up a siege out this direction. And these guys, they're going to get through that pretty soon. Arabia Ad Sinus is our client state, right? Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, this guy died. Sure. He was a researcher, I think. So that seems fine. We would have to go all the way around that way because of this fortress. Okay, let's just stack in here then. That seems fine. The Hebrew Dur capital is up here, so that's going to require a bit of time. So these guys are going to be attacking Zood. That will pull some pressure off of this area, so that looks good. Okay, they're sieging up here. I'm completely fine with that right now. So we're going to cap here, and these guys are heading southward. So we do definitely need an oratory researcher here. I'm going to put in this guy. We don't have a scorned family, so that seems relatively fine. We're sieging here, and these guys were headed up over this direction. Okay, perfect. Why don't you head here then? This is occupied by Alistria, which is not necessarily ideal. That's very not ideal. I think we need to go attack Pergamon then. Yeah. And then there's also Pap down here that we would need to take on. Okay, so Alistria was one of those that we were required to give independence to, and we'll come back for them later. We just need to get this under control, and we need to do our culture at this point as well. Oh, I also forgot to turn on instant assimilate. There we go. Okay, so this will help with the culture eventually, and we need some fake political influence. There we go. For the record, our real political influence right now is 30, according to my notes. So that should be absolutely fine. And let's just get these guys nice and demoted. Hopefully a bunch of these single pop cultures will integrate, or rather assimilate, very, very soon. That would be ideal. So we do have some risks of rebellion. We have way too many diplomatic relations, which is not surprising. We're going to come up over this direction, and these guys are just chilling down here for now. Not too much that we can do about that at this moment. Okay, so we're fighting down here, and we're losing this battle. This is probably because these guys don't have any leadership. Let's just go ahead and pull back there. That's fine for now. We know that these guys down here, they have a fair number of troops, right? So this is okay. So they're capping here, that's understood. We're fighting here, and we're going to need to take this eventually. This fort will fall fairly soon, so that'll be fine. We're going to need to come back down over this way for right now. And these guys, they're going to be done retreating very shortly. So Mothis is going to be peaceable very soon. So we're currently attacking Omana out over here. We're going to have Hebrew Dur under control very shortly. So these two forces are going to link up over on this side. That'll be good. Everything is looking reasonably under control right now. We just need to have this under control, right? So I want to... There we go. I want to take on these guys. It's the 2nd of March. That, of course, means that we need to get rid of a bunch of these cultures again. So we'll do exactly that because we're going to have some very, very angry people until this happens. At minus 68% culture happiness, like, that's just not acceptable, right? So we're definitely going to get this dealt with. Looks good. There's quite a lot of them, but there we go. Okay, so we're going to fight these guys up here, no problem. And that should easily get taken care of. We have a number of sieges that are going to finish very soon. Not that tick, though. Unfortunate. So we're victorious here. That was expected. We're going to head down this direction. And these guys, they're going to need to head up to Erascum at this point. Because we need to get all of Mothis occupied. Do we want to pay to replace the stockpile? Honestly, we're negative on costs, so we're going to pay manpower. We don't really have the manpower, but it's fine. Oh, the game froze there. Okay. I'm not sure what that was. Some sort of a peace deal, perhaps? Noted. So for now, that's reasonably fine. We need to head on up over this direction. Prosperity? Yeah, I think that we take 6 stability here. That sounds great. So we need to get this under control. This is uninhabitable here, but we'll have all of Mothis very shortly. We're going to be waiting on these guys getting up to Erascum. We just won the siege here. So that means that we need to go take on Dur. And Hebrew Dur will be fully under control shortly. This out over here is not currently occupied. Noted. These guys should come up to this capital here then. I want to get that under control. So that looks good. We're going to have all of this capped shortly. Marat is our vassal. So I'm just thinking we need to come up over this way. But that's what this Merc force is intended to do. So in that case, I want to come down towards Zood or Tennesis down here. So I'm thinking we come down to here for now. So this siege will finish very soon, and then we're going to be free to have these mercs come down this direction. And there it is. So we're now going to come down here. I'd like to fight these guys first. Ideally. And this is currently auto-capping now. Okay, we can start this. These guys have rebelled against us. Okay, whatever. If that's what they want to do for now, that's reasonably fine. I'm not going to be too upset about that. So, the Siege of Gangra is lost up over here. I don't care. That's fine. They can do that if they want. We're currently fighting these guys, and we're going to get Mothis out of this war momentarily. Okay, we won the Siege of Arvel as well, so that is phenomenal. We're going to have to come up over here, of course, but that's fine. And then we're going to come up this direction and cap right here. They're retreating up this way, which sounds good. So this is going to auto-cap here, and this is looking fine. We lost a siege out over this way. I don't care. That's fine. They can do that. Okay, so this is now auto-capping, and that's going to be Mothis fully under control. So we're going to get Mothis dealt with here in a moment. Okay. Hawad is joining a war of independence against us. They're down here. Noted. So that's fine. We want to peace out Mothis at this time, and they should be fairly low on this list. There we go. And I don't think we can take all of this, but we can take some. Not that much. So this is 89 on its own. Yeah, we're going to have to just make them be our client state entirely. Okay, that's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. So that's Mothis under control. I'm going to have these mercs come down to this new location, like this. And then these guys are going to join here in attacking there. Okay, so that looks good. Hebrew Dur is nearly fully occupied at this time. This guy's charging off. This is probably a cultural issue. Oh, it absolutely is. Minus 83% cultural opinion. Okay. Well, let's just get this dealt with. We'll need to get all of these guys unintegrated. And hopefully this war will be dealt with soon. And hopefully these guys won't keep doing this after the rebellions are over. We're going to be working on integrations, and we're going to be working on reconstruction for a while after this. I want to point out, this war began 28 years ago. 28 years. So this guy's at 32 right now. He might get loyal again. We'll see. 700 gold for 5 stability is actually kind of decent. I'm going to take that. Okay, so this guy, I'm thinking that we bribe him. And that means that we need to note that we currently have 25 political power. Okay, and now he's going to become loyal. We're going to turn him back around, and we're going to get these sieges completed. Cool. So we've got a 20k stack here. And I want to make sure that we have all of these selected and grouped together. I want these to come up to PAP, and they can come over, like, here, but they don't have a way to get there. We're going to have to go via sea, and that's fine. So we're going to bring them up over here. We're going to embark them. And the second navy is going to sail up this way. So PAP is... Yeah, Parva, whatever. PAP is down over here. They don't have much at all. Okay, so Parva is these guys here. That's noted. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. So what do we got in terms of risk of rebellion? This list is getting real short. Okay, I like it. We need to deal with our cultural issues, of course, and let's just get these brought all the way down. Okay, something like that. That'll be fine. So we're marching in down this way. I want this force to have a leader, and it's probably going to be like this guy for loyalty reasons. And we're going to come back down over here. So we're going to be attacking Zud on multiple fronts. We won the Siege of Dur. That alone is huge. Okay, let's go get these guys while we're auto-capping. So Omana is also pieced out. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and sue for peace versus Omana. That is these guys. There we go. Perfect. And now we're going to get Dur out of here. Now, we might not be able to take all of Hebrew Dur. Let's see. So Hebrew Dur is these guys. We want to take this territory for sure. We actually may be able to take all of this. Not quite. 104. Okay. So client state plus cede this province. They wouldn't quite accept that. What if we took... We could take this province and call that good. Okay. It's definitely not ideal, but it'll have to do for now. So these guys, I want to take a look at what we've got going on up over here as far as wars go. So Arvel is at war with us, and then there's like Armenia Superioris. And then there's somebody up over here, right? Yeah, Hebrew Alexandria out over this way. So this is what I'm thinking right now. I'm going to have this force go up and deal with Hebrew Alexandria out over this way. So they would come up to here. It's going to take them a long time to get there. These two units are going to come in and reinforce this attack down on Zud. That's what I'm thinking right now. So we're going to cap here, and then we're going to attack Tanesis. We want that to be done very quickly, right? I want to get Tunesis under control ASAP. We're definitely getting the number of rebelling provinces down a lot. So that's a good sign. I want these guys to immediately attack out over here. And we'll get Pap under control-ish. Siege of Mediana, I don't care. They can do that. So that's absolutely fine right now. We're to get this siege done. Arvel will be kicked out of this war very, very soon. So I want both of these guys coming into Tunesis. I really want this to fall. We've had trouble keeping our leaders sieging here up until now. But we should probably get our culture handled. So let's do that. Doesn't really matter what we make these be, but I do want to get them as integrated as possible. And by integrated, of course, again, I mean assimilated. So let's go ahead and get this all completed. There we go. Our cultural happiness getting much better. Perfect. Now, these guys may try to attack us here, and if they do, that's fine. We're also attacking down here. We just won the Siege of Orontes, which means that we just need to cap this, and we should be able to piece out Arvel. So that'll be huge. And there is still some risk of rebellion here, but it's not significant. So let's let this all finish over here. Do we need more cultures? Yes, we do. Okay, let's get rid of these. I thought there was a month tick in there. Okay, there we go. So that looks good. We'll get this eliminated. Okay, so Arvel should be peaceable now, unless they have something that I don't know about. Is Aramshot a client state? Yes, they are. Okay, so Arvel is the next location here. So where are they at? Here they are. Beautiful. So they're pieced out. That's wonderful. Where do we want these guys to go next? Well, we are at war with, like, Armenia Superioris, right? So let's head up over this direction and see about getting them knocked out next. That will be huge. Why are you just chilling here? Didn't I tell you to come down to here? I thought I did. Well, let's head down to this Tunesis territory down here for right now. That looks absolutely fine. And where's our mercs at? They are almost here. Beautiful. So this is looking great. We've got a 16k stack here that I'd like to send over to Parva. So that looks fine for right now. And we, of course, are going to need to deal with more cultures. So let's just get these dealt with for now. Cool. If we stay on top of that, these will likely not rebel. That's the big takeaway here. So that's absolutely fine. I would love to see this get capped. And of course, we're going to cap down over here quite quickly as well. So Zud is going to be under control fairly soon at this rate. So there's some Zudish territory down over here that we're going to need to take care of as well. We just won the Siege of Pergamon. So that is this up over here. This is all going to auto cap. And I want to check to see what we've got up over here. Not much is the answer. Okay. In that case, I'm going to move down to here. Now, Pap may be fully under control at this point. Let's check. Oh, they have Cyprus as well. Okay, that's noted. So we're going to board here, and we're going to go take Cyprus. I thought it was weird that they didn't have any fortress. So we're going to come out over this direction, and we're going to land on Cyprus. Now, the idea here is we're going to ferry these guys over to here, and then ferry these over to here, and then hopefully, once and for all, knock Laconia out of this war. That's the idea there. Okay, so I want these guys to head down and actually take Malau for right now. That looks good. So we're making steady progress here. No doubt about that. So at this point, Pergamon is probably peaceable. The capital needs to be occupied. Isn't it? I feel like it is. Occupied by Macedon? Oh, very rude. Okay, well, I guess Macedon is going to take that territory. Well, I mean, good for them. They made a good move there then. Sure. So that's fine. We are going to gain 20 political influence. So I will need to mark that down. That puts us at 45 political influence. Consider that done. And now we're going to need to get rid of some of these cultures. So this is all absolutely fine for now. We're just going to get rid of this with our fake political influence. These guys assimilating is, or rather integrating, is absolutely a bug. I keep using assimilate and integrate interchangeably, and they absolutely are not interchangeable. Okay, so we're going to come in and siege here, and then our navy is going to sail over to here. Now, these are mercenaries, and we're going to have mercenaries make the first landfall over here, but we're going to reinforce them with this levy, is the idea. So yeah, this is now part of Macedon, so that's understood. Okay. I want to come down here and check on the status of some of this stuff. So we've got people moving. That all looks okay. This force is slowly making their way over that way. Sure. And how are we doing on Armenia Superioris? We're making slow progress on that siege, but it is being worked on. This is not ideal. That's okay. This is only a levy force. So that's going to get stack wiped. That's understood. We're going to need a more powerful force for PAP. We could use these guys, actually, to do that. And we probably should, to be honest. Mercs are a good option for that. So we can have them come on over. And we will embark them, and we're going to come on over this way. It's always risky landing on islands like this. And so we're using forces that we don't mind if we lose all that much. That's absolutely fine. So checking in on the status of these sieges, these guys have arrived down here. They're going to need some additional reinforcement. So we're going to wait for these guys to show up, for sure. And then there's these trailing behind as well. Okay. We definitely see some forces coming down this way. We just won the siege of Aduli, though. So that means that we can come down this direction. Auto capping is happening here, and that should be faster than this cap. So I think we're on pace here. Boom. Pause game. We can see that they are not quite done capping here, and now we should be able to piece out Tanesis. So that's these guys here, and we're going to have to... What do you mean this isn't controlled? It's controlled by us. Tanesis. The capital needs to be occupied for it to be part of a peace treaty. It literally is. Let's give it a tick here. A month tick. We have enough time for that. So I'm going to take it to the second. Okay. There we go. Now we need to deal with the cultures. So something along the lines of this. We should be able to piece out Tanesis, though. I'm hoping to be able to take their territory. We would prefer not to make them be yet another client state. But if we have to, we have to. So let's get all of these dealt with. And there we go. Now let's see about piecing out Tanesis. So that should be these guys. Weird. We'll make them a client state. I don't know why it's not letting us take this, but whatever. It thinks we aren't occupying the capital, but we absolutely are. Let's just get them out of the war. That'll be fine. Okay, so that looks good at this point. So I want these guys to actually come in to Zood out over this way. Excellent. So these guys are black flagged, and we're waiting on reinforcements here. Reinforcements are coming in. This guy should be here at this point, attacking Zood. That's the final location of Zood. We just about have this taken care of out over this way. So that's looking great. I want these guys to come down over here and do some fighting, potentially. Yeah, they're low morale, so I definitely want to do that. Civil War brewing, we should work on our culture. So these absolutely need to get eliminated. There we go. But look at the number of things currently rebelling. It's so low at this point. I love it. The Civil War is going to need to be dealt with. So, Bunei Herkhanid, huh? Where is he? That's this guy. He's got free hands right now. What's he angry about? Power base? He might be okay now that we just got the cultural issue under control. We'll have to wait for a month tick on that, though. We could bribe him. That is definitely an option. And I want to walk down this direction to make sure these guys aren't going to cause any trouble. And we have to go all the way around awkwardly over here. But Hawad is currently under control. Let's head down over this direction. That auto-capped, but we have these guys chilling here. So I do want to get this culture dealt with. So it looks like we still have an issue with our civil war brewing. This is still going to be Bunei Hyrcanid, probably. I'm simply going to bribe him and going to mark that down as now being current political power 40 is our real political power at this time. Okay, so we need to eliminate these guys. That'll be fine. And I want to come down here and fight this force, ideally. Okay, so they're actually right here. Yeah, let's fight that. Looks good. So we just won this, and that should auto-cap. So at this point, I want these guys to start heading up to, like, here. That's going to be a long walk for them, but that'll be fine. Let's auto-cap this, and let's get Hawad out of this war. Also, we should be in position here for these mercs to land. There we go. Also, it's the 2nd, so we're going to have to deal with our culture. It is about time to put a cut in here, but I want to wait until we get that last peace deal done. We are so close at this point to having this completed. So at this point, we want to peace out Hawad, which should be down here. Done. Absolutely beautiful. So much border gore, but it's fine. So we're going to come down this direction, and we just need Zood to get sieged, and we need this, and we can knock Zood out of the war. So that's looking great, and there's probably a bunch of others who will be willing to peace out very, very soon. So we've got PAP going on over here, but yeah, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to continue to work on getting this done. We're so close at this point. It's looking good. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGar, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri Yates, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.